This week in Rights and Ethics, can countries be punished for breaking international law? Should the FBI need a warrant to search your messages? Are social media algorithms making hate worse? And can courts narrow a right voters already approved? Spain pushes to suspend Israel from international agreements. Spain is escalating its campaign against the Israeli government, arguing that countries and international organizations should stop treating Israel as a normal partner if it continues to ignore international law. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez says Spain will ask the European Union to suspend its agreement with Israel. While Spain and several allies are pushing for a broader review of Israel's status in international organizations. Why it matters? Spain is trying to test whether international law actually has consequences. If countries can violate humanitarian law and still keep the same trade agreements and international standing, then critics argue those rules stop meaning much. Congress extends surveillance powers without a warrant fix. Congress passed a temporary extension of Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. The law allows U.S. intelligence agencies to monitor foreign targets overseas, but Americans can still end up swept into those searches. Critics wanted Congress to require the FBI to get a warrant before searching Americans' communications, but that proposal failed. Why it matters? The government says these powers are necessary to stop terrorism and cyber attacks. Civil liberties groups argue that the FBI should not be able to search emails, text, and phone records involving Americans without first getting a judge's approval. Europe warns AI and social media are fueling hate. European officials and human rights groups are warning that artificial intelligence and social media algorithms may be making online hate worse. They say automated systems often reward outrage and push racist, anti-Semitic, and anti-Muslim content to larger audiences. Why it matters? The ethical question is whether tech companies should be held responsible when their algorithms amplify harmful content. As AI becomes more powerful, the debate over who controls it and who gets hurt by it is only getting bigger. Ohio abortion rights amendment faces a new court challenge. Ohio voters approved a constitutional amendment protecting abortion rights. Now a judge is asking the Ohio Supreme Court to decide whether that amendment should still allow parental consent requirements for minors seeking abortions. Why it matters? This case could decide whether courts can narrow a right voters already approved. It also raises a bigger ethical question. When voters create a constitutional right, how much power should judges still have to limit it? Those are the stories shaping rights and ethics this week. Whether international law has consequences, whether governments need a warrant to search your communications, whether AI is making hate worse, and whether courts can limit rights voters already approved.